Hi Geminis, welcome to your monthly extended tarot for the month of November 2023. So I couldn't even get out the first sentences I wanted to without the tarot throwing something out at me, but there are a lot of new inspirations, directions that are coming. And what I was going to talk about is your extended and last week's readings from October, because the stars are really aligned for you to really pivot and bring something new in. Now, this can be a new career, new relationship, a new position in the company you're already in. Whatever it is, take it how it resonates, but there's definitely something new. And October was really about making really big moves, okay? So a reminder that the Taurus partial lunar eclipse full moon is huge. The impact is significant. And it is really important to keep your vibration high and to stay focused on spreading love and light, believing that this new paradigm's coming in. The old paradigm is collapsing, and that's what we're witnessing, and that something is going to come in to cleanse us of it. So please keep your vibration high. That's going to be really important this month. And obviously October too. Just always keeping your vibration high, right, Geminis? But stay focused on where you're going, okay? And it's really difficult because we are in an age of instant gratification, and that's instantaneous also with the news we're getting. And so as much as you can, because you are an air sign, to stay off social media. Do not take everything that you see as truth, and don't get stuck in the Gemini mind of overthinking, overanalyzing, because we just need to stay focused in within, okay? So that's just a really big message I'm getting, because that lunar eclipse, I mean, it was really aligned with the clearing of certain energy. And remember, go back to the last year and a half and see the themes of the last year and a half. I think you've gotten really a lot of themes related to boundaries and the importance of emotional boundaries, and honestly physical boundaries too. So yeah, I really think though that shift, that Taurus full moon eclipse, I mean, you're gonna really get this feeling of liberation in some area of your life. So take it how it resonates. But another interesting thing that I want to get to is the astrology for November. And a reminder too that a lot of what is going to be happening in November is a glimpse of what we're going to be seeing come to fruition in the spring of 2024. So November, this is important, especially for Geminis, because again, your thoughts run, overthinking, overanalyzing. You can see both sides of something. And so when a lot of the energy is this side or that side, it's hard for dual signs like Geminis and Pisces, okay? Because you see it all. And so this isn't necessarily about taking sides, but what's going to be really important is the integration of the challenges and changes that have been brought upon you, okay? And it's going to take a lot of emotional maturity. It's going to really take a lot of belief in this new era coming in, wishing upon a star, knowing that this rebirth of our inner child, of the collective, is happening. And so apologies too, I do have a daughter who unfortunately is homesick, and so if you hear that coughing, it's my little girl. But so the important thing about this month is we've accepted this. We've done the shadow work, and November is really about testing that. And we don't have to see this negatively, okay? But it's really about, you're going to be given some choices, okay? And do these choices align with your vision, with your beliefs? And these are beliefs related to what we've already worked with when it comes to our shadow. But a wonderful thing that's happening is Saturn and Neptune in Pisces is really going to highlight hard work and compassion. And this is really going to spark some creative inspiration. So that's what I mean, Geminis. When you are feeling inspired, go with it, okay? And don't focus so much on if there's any resistance, because that's going to be like right at the beginning of the month. And a reminder too, that is connected to all of that power illuminating from that Taurus partial lunar eclipse, okay? Then we also have Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, and this indicates lucky breaks. Now, what I love about this is where that spring 2024 comes back into play, because Scorpio season, before we transition to Sagittarius especially, so those first couple weeks of November, we're really going to get glimpses of what life is going to be like in spring 2024. And I really believe, too, that is the glimpses of the shift in our financial situation, emotional fulfillment, and the importance of taking time for ourselves, okay? So if you do get those glimpses, really do pay attention to that, because that's just a hint of all the wonderful things that are coming in spring 2024. Now, there's also a new moon in Scorpio on November 13th, and this is going to push us to take big risks. Now, those risks are dependent. Have you done your shadow work? Have you faced your shadow, embraced your shadow? Or is your shadow still taking the lead? Because impulse, reactionary behavior, we can be misguided by our shadow. So take that how it resonates, but also really pay attention to these signs, the planets, the houses that these signs rule in your chart. So again, Pisces, Taurus, Scorpio, Sagittarius, so it's really going to help guide you in the areas of your life where you're going to see the greatest impact. And then obviously we do have Sagittarius season at the end of the month, where this is really where things start moving fast, okay? And a full moon in Gemini in your sign. And this is important because this highlights the differences of opinions, okay? And the importance of coexisting. Now, Geminis, please be mindful of that. And when it comes to our words and speaking, because we really just want to focus on appreciating the contrast in relationships, all right? We can bring harmony in. And if there are relationships that aren't connected or aligned, we need to learn to find a way to charge forward on our own path, okay? And again, this is so important, the differences, right? It all comes from our spirit and our shadow and who's taking the lead. When you allow both to be balanced, you shine your inner light from within, and you move forward with significant momentum, all right? And it's just bringing a whole new renewal to you. So yes, end of the month, clashing. Now it depends too, because you can take it either way. It can be clashing, or you can accept the differences in opinions and still send your love, right? All right. So that's enough of the astrology, but yeah, I mean, October was a game changer for you Geminis, really getting that confirmation from the universe that you're on the right path. Oh, please pay attention to your dreams too with that full moon in Taurus. That's at the end of October, and the new moon and full moon in November, because our dreams have been really giving us some important messages, okay? And I think the overall is the important messages are related to our shadow. And remember, we're all doing our shadow work. Collective shadow is shining right now. That Capricorn paradigm is that top-down authoritative energy. That is a part of the paradigm that is crumbling away. So we're seeing it so dramatically because it's losing its power, okay? So please keep that in mind. All right, so let us see what we got for Geminis for November 2023. Also, I didn't even get into the fact that how these readings go. Let me do that. Can you tell I am a Gemini rising, moon, and north node? Now, I pull past life energy so that we can get an idea of any past life energy that is affecting us in the month of November. An empowering question, some crystal energy that can help you as you journey through the month, and a final clarifier, okay? So let's get into it. Geminis, November 2023. Yeah, there's a lot of liberation happening here, Geminis. And so I really am getting a just initial sense that you've really done the work. And so congratulations. And reminder that your shadow doesn't go away. These triggers don't go away. How you react to them is what matters, okay? And so again, if you haven't done that shadow work journal, highly, highly, highly recommend it. And so for the spread, we're gonna take a look at the overall energy for the month, what you need less of, what you have just the right amount of, what you need more of, what you can change, what you need to accept, and where the month is ending. Ooh. Oh, Geminis, this is fantastic. All right, so your overall energy for the month of November is the Knight of Wands. This is very fast moving energy. You are aligned with knowing that this new paradigm is coming in, and we're going to get to that in just a minute. But reminder too, though, that the Knights move very fast, and so this can relate to impulse behavior, impulse thinking. So we really want to reminder to make sure that we are aligned, because I am going to get to what we need more of, and what we need more of is faith. And faith is really about putting your beliefs into practice, okay? Not just do as I say, but you do as you say, right? And so especially too, this is important if you're a parent, that you're not just telling your kids what to do and then doing the opposite, all right? So really important to align with your inner light. What I love most about this, and this is important for the end of the month specifically, is this card. We can see this light that's shining down is the same light that all of these people in their faith are looking to. And this is where it's so important at the end of the month, Gemini, with that idea of how we need to accept differences of opinions to move forward. There's actually a wonderful book I'm going to recommend to you if you haven't read it, The Power of Myth by Joseph Campbell. Life-changing book, absolutely changed my life in my early 20s. Please, 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 if you haven't read it, read it. There's also the video version, because it's actually an interview. So you can actually go on YouTube and find the Power of Myth interview. And I mean, honestly, life-changing Gemini. But that really highlights that all of these different teachings come from the same source. And what we're seeing is this contrast, right? That is my way or the highway. And that is not what we need to align with, okay? Harming on helping all. So whatever it is that you have a strong conviction of, what you've been putting your intentions towards, it's very, very, very important that we stay aligned with that this month. Ooh, what I love here is you have the Moon card in the position of what you have the perfect balance of. So you are really in tuned. You really are connected. Your subconscious is really sending you some messages, okay? So if like during the month you get these thoughts that come in, it's like, whoa, where did that come from? Your subconscious is really trying to highlight some information for you. Now, really, like I said this before this reading even started, how important it is to pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are going to be illuminating a lot of messages, Gemini. So please have a notebook next to your bed with a pen and make sure that you write that information down, okay? So yeah, your intuition, your imagination, which amazing too, because your imagination and your creativity being so aligned right now is really going to be really beneficial for this Knight of Wands. You're really going to be able to channel your energy into creating. So whatever it is you're creating, take that how it resonates, really put your energy into it, because you're going to have these sparks of inspiration of, you know, you've been doing it a certain way. Oh, what if I try this? You know, go with it. You know what I mean? Like you are so perfectly aligned with that. Now here's what I find interesting is the Two of Coins is in the position of what you need less of. You need to slow down a bit. Now Geminis, I'm not calling you out because I'm calling myself out as well. But when things are running smoothly and we're having this wonderful, you know, balancing act, sometimes we're like, well, I should just add this on too. Do not add anything more onto your plate this month, okay? That is very important. You have enough on your plate. Okay, stay focused on what you're working on already. The time will come to add more onto your plate, okay? But if we're gonna be really utilizing our luck and reaping the rewards of our hard work, we have to stay focused on what we're doing. And Geminis, I understand, it's hard to stay focused when your mind is going a million miles a minute. So please stay focused on what's in front of you and don't take on necessarily too much more because you're already, and we're going to get to this, but you're already on that path for that breakthrough. It's like, again, we're going back to instant gratification society. We have this belief that it's not happening quick enough because of how fast energy moves, how fast communication moves, okay? So we're aligning that idea of this advance in technology and communication with this delayed gratification. But a reminder, the plants still need to grow at their own time. You need to nurture the seeds that you've already planted. So please just look at it that way. It is coming, okay? It is already here. It's just your perception of it, all right? So please know that you are already aligned on this new path. If you're not getting the rewards, the gratification that you expected from this shift, maybe switch your perspective of what that is, okay? Have you aligned your energy? Like, do you feel better? Okay, so even if you feel better, but the money isn't there, it's still shifting, okay? Ooh, this is what I love, is the Two of Wands is in the position of what you need to change, okay? And so this is really about channeling your willpower. It's also about making a decision when it comes to your creativity, when it comes to your passions, who you're aligned with when it comes to that. There is an opportunity. It could be with a new partnership, all right? A new partnership in career. This is more definitely specific with a partnership or relationship that really ignites your creative abilities. So take that how it resonates, but there is something that you can change when it comes to the decisions you make and where you align your energy. And if that energy is aligned with your fire inside. And this is cool, because this is what you need to accept, is that this fresh start, like this is where that Two of Coins, what I was saying. We need to accept that this is already here. I'm getting this sense of I need to keep adding on, or I need to keep doing more, or I need to change what I'm doing because we're not getting specific results. Like we're so focused on one result as being our means of success that we're not even seeing the fact that the Fool is here, okay? This fresh start is here. And again, this goes back to the innocence and belief of the faith and having faith in it, all right? All of our faiths are being tested. And this isn't faith specific to religion or spirituality, but just faith in the universe and the workings of the universe, okay? Now, here's what's so, bless you, sweetie. Here's what's so amazing about the end of the month. It's the star. Okay, the star is Aquarius. The star is air. The star is your reminder that that Aquarian age is here. So it is making sure that you make your intentions very clear and that you make those wishes, all right? So at the end of the month, this is what's so glorious. You have a full moon in your sign at the end of the month. If ever there was a time to wish upon a star. And this is so fascinating because the stars were aligned at the end of the month, right? Like you're just getting such wonderful astrological alignments to really make your wishes come true, to really make your dreams come true. And a reminder, you're going to get hints of that in November. You've been getting hints for a while, but there's going to be something, and I said, again, I really believe it's aligned with that full moon in Gemini at the end of the month, where it's like, wow, yeah, you know, it's here, okay? So please take time to wish upon a star. And the most important thing is following your bliss. I think you're like, please, 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 if you have not seen or read The Power of Myth, please do yourself a favor. I'm actually reminding myself to rewatch it and reread it. I'll probably rewatch it because I have limited time to read, but it's life-changing, okay? Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, that Capricorn paradigm, where it's crumbling, okay? And we're seeing the buildup of all of this information. And it's so connected to your emotions and your intuition, your inner knowledge. So please, like, keep the faith. It's so important, all right? And wish upon a star. So let's do a past life energy is affecting you for the month of November 2023. Overall, too, Geminis, so let's actually get to that quick because there's a lot of major arcana. And the Knight of Wands is your situation. And I just really believe that the Knight of Wands is you. And you are just, you're moving forward fast, okay? So this is very powerful, but like I said, it's very connected to the collective. And so air signs, you're going to have so much connection to the communication of what is happening globally, collectively. And so a reminder why a book like The Power of Myth is so important, to connect to the collective unconscious, okay? And to collect to the belief that we all are the same and we're all just living in different stories, okay? All right, so let's see what past life energy, all right, what past life energy can help Geminis in the month of November 2023. What past life energy is going to help Geminis in the month of November 2023? All right. Now, the fact that this fell on the moon card, I find fascinating. Ships. And you know what? There is a lot of water in here, so this is fascinating. So let's dive into it. With the past life energy, I do not go off intuition. I like to reading specifically from the book because I do feel it is important. Okay, so your prior lifetimes spent on ships brings this card to you today. As a former sailor, crew member, or ship passenger, you've had experiences at sea that have extended an influence on your situation you're inquiring about. You probably already have a sense of the type of life you had aboard these ships. The question now becomes how your experiences have affected your present life. Negative reactions such as fears or phobias, or positive reactions such as longing to travel, or an affinity for the ocean. All may have arisen from past lifetimes. It's funny too, because I just got that feeling of seasickness. So if you're somebody too, where you have, travel sickness, motion sickness, that's something to really pay attention to. But there's something related to your fears, your phobias. If you're afraid of the water, that's kind of important. They're also, because it's, again, like all of this is guiding you to not just face your shadow, embrace your shadow. So these fears and phobias, if they're attached to this past life energy, this could also be too related to, something in this lifetime. If you're a parent before children, your childhood, if you had a really positive or a really negative experience on a ship, or in the water, that's very important. This is really connected to an experience you've had in the water, okay? So let's get an empowering question that is going to help guide Geminis for the month of November 2023. What empowering question is going to help Geminis November 2023? Here. It's really cool, Rue. All right, let's see here. Gemini's empowering question, November 2023. Going off again with the collective, and like I said, with communication and how important it is for Geminis to not only embrace the difference of opinions, but really center yourself in that, okay? So you got actually 3, and I'm just going to do all 3. I normally don't, but I do feel like this reading is very powerful in a very positive way, okay? But your empowering question is, where am I going and why? Which I think is fascinating with the ships and the Fool card. What is the most courageous thing I've ever done, and how did it make me feel? And the fact that this is connected to all that water. What is my worst fear? How does it limit my possibilities in life? So this is another thing. If you've always been afraid of water and like you never learned how to swim, you might want to investigate taking some swimming lessons, okay? And it doesn't matter how old you are. You could be 80. You know what I mean? It's like if you're afraid of the water, you need to find ways to get into the water. And I am going to actually take this knowledge myself, okay? So really fascinating how much that could unlock some potential here. So I'm definitely going to find a pool to go to. Indoor, obviously, since it's basically summer dramatically turning to winter where I am. But I think the biggest thing too is, as far as accepting, is that where you're going, this path you haven't gone on, okay? Like this journey, it's going to be a lot of new, all right? Like new location, new friendships, new relationships, new career. This is like, it's a dramatic shift. And again, a reminder that your Taurus eclipse really signified, the astrology really signified a completely new, and not just for Geminis, but collectively, like very, very, we were here and now we're over here, okay? So let's get some crystal energy that's going to help Geminis, guide them. But I mean, getting the star is your outcome at the end of the month, Geminis, and in Sagittarius season. Like, I'm so unbelievably excited for you. All right, crystal energy for Geminis. All right. You might have actually gotten this last month. Correct me if I'm wrong, but your first crystal, it's funny because you got 3 empowering cards, 3 crystal energies, 3. You're getting a lot of 3 energy, which is fascinating. I love it. You got also a lot of 2s. So you're getting a lot of numerical synchronicities. But the first, iolite, vision. So like I said, there's something in you when you are in that creative process, when you are feeling that inspiration, really try and have some iolite with you. If you don't have iolite, at least like incorporate these beautiful colors. Funny enough, this is like literally my hair color right now, is all of these different colors. Ooh, peridot. This is my daughter's birthstone, so I love this. Peridot is the bringer of joy, all right? So this is going to be really important when it comes to that difference of opinion, all right? And focusing on joy and being the bringer of joy. So peridot is kind of pricey, but if you can have some peridot with you, or again, like I said, even just having these colors around you during the month of November, wearing it, having a piece of artwork that, you know, has this and putting it where you're working. But we're really going to have to keep joy in our lives, right? Oh, and then aventurine is the unlimited self, because again, you are unlocking so much unlimited potential. All right, so we are going to get one clarifier for Geminis for November 2023. Let's get one clarifier for Geminis to close this reading out. That is not one card. Okay, we are going to get a card for Geminis. Now, I'm not going to lie, this deck is way bigger than my other decks, and I have very tiny hands, but I absolutely love this deck. Okay, your clarifying cards are Judgment and the Ace of Wands. What did I say about that Aquarian age? This, a reminder too, because Judgment is connected to Pluto and fire. So I want to go back to that Pluto turning direct and the power that that had to transform. This is new, a new direction, a new opportunity. So please stay aligned with that and really pay attention. Do not put anything more on your plate, please, dear Geminis. Okay, stay focused on what you're working on. Stay focused on the relationships you have, and get ready for accepting that it's just going to be boom. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please do like, comment, and share with other people that you think it might resonate with. Also, please subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot so you get notifications of when new videos do pop up. I will be doing those shadow astrology videos soon. Check out your sun, moon, and rising for a more in-depth look at the week. I really do, or I'm sorry, not week, month, but I really do believe that your moon is going to be really important for the month of November. So please definitely check out your moon sign. If you don't know what signs rule what planets in your chart, I always link Pam Gregory's free birth chart in every video description. Also, please do check out Pam Gregory's channel, Stillwater Alchemy, Alina Live. They have wonderful videos related to that. I also really like actually Jimmy's Tarot Ship. If you haven't followed them, they have wonderful videos that also tie in astrology with the tarot, and they are fantastic and illuminating. So again, absolutely incredible energy, Geminis. Have a wonderful, empowering, and just fantastic month of November.